So tell me, how does this work? Somebody wants you to come and help them with their language skills. How do you go about it? Different type of courses for different people, or do you have one standard process?
The first thing we need to do is analyze the set of people. I need to talk to them, find out, assess their skill sets, and then based on that, I group them. It's better not to have all in a bunch. It'll be very difficult because some might be far ahead of the other guys. So we just need to assess them. And then you can have modules. For example, a 16-session module is the best that you can use.
Okay. How long are each of these sessions?
An hour and a half with a 10-minute break.
Okay. So 16 of them you go through, you're fairly confident you can push them up at what, 1-2 grades in their skills?
Madhav, as people have said, you can only take the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. So what I do is I take the horses to the water, and then they need to drink. If they don't put in their efforts, then they don't get there.
How often do you think, or how receptive are the people? Are they all eager to learn, or is it again somebody's pushing them?
They have this major thirst. They really want to learn. They really want to improve. They want to get ahead and get on with their job.
Okay.
It's very unfortunate that some of them haven't had such great fundamentals, but I guess we can help them to do that.
So as far as you're concerned, the world's your oyster. There's so many people who need training.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
There'd probably be need for another 1,000 of you.
Well, I would say so. That's where train the trainer matters.
Yes. And what is it that you teach in an English class? Like, is it strict English, day-to-day English, or something more than that?
It's just regular day-to-day English. You get started with a structured English sentence, and then you ask them to prompt.
Tell me how you teach me. Okay, let's say I'm a new guy, and I just say, okay, sir, tell me what I want to go to station, something like that, and you say, how will you say that correctly? Is it word by word? You intone it, and the rest of them repeat it.
This is the way it goes. I pick those sentences and write them on the whiteboard. Okay. Basically, most of them are.
That's another change from the old world. It's no longer write them on the blackboard.
Yeah.
It's now right on the whiteboard.
That's right. That's
you're
right.
on the whiteboard.
Yeah, I'm the whiteboard guy.
Okay.
So we get them on the whiteboard. They look at the sentence, and then I give them a simple version of what that sentence is supposed to be. Okay.
So.
And they try to find out if that's the right way to speak it or not, because what was taught to them at school was totally different.
Okay.
And the correction
give
process
me a
starts
sample.
right there.
I'm not able to understand. Give me a sample of what do you mean. I have write a sentence and then they.
Normally, when you speak Tamil, the verb ends up in the last position.
Okay.
And in English, it's always in the middle of the sentence. So they tend to make mistakes by putting the verb in the end.
Also, it's the sentence construction that goes wrong.
Basically, that's where the issue is actually. They know simple words. They don't know where to place them. So
and they know what should go into the sentence, but they don't know the way and arrange it.
Most of the problem arises from mixing up tenses. Okay. For example, instead of saying send, they'll say sent.
Okay.
So they don't know the difference between sent and sent.
Okay.
So there are a bunch of words that they need to understand and the usage of those words.
Okay.
Once they get to know the usage of those words, they're very comfortable. They put them in the right place and construct simple sentences.
Yes.
Very simple.
That's what we need. Simple sentences. Like even if somebody when you listen to all these people on the phones these days, almost everybody's on some BPO of some sort. Even they're not able to communicate clearly.
That's the biggest issue now. When you take a customer service line and they tend to talk to you in English, either you don't understand what they're trying to say.
Or you're trying to figure out, is that English?
That's what it is. Then I ask them, can we speak in another language, Tamil? If you're comfortable in Tamil, let's go on with that.
That must be insulting for them, so they must be...
Well, it's one of those things. It's just that, instead of them wasting our time, I think we should cut that short and move on.
I watch a lot of these Chinese television where the Chinese are speaking English. They are not like us. They have decided very clearly in their life that they are going to follow the American style of pronunciation. So everything is Yankee, US based. Okay. But they gloss over certain things. They forget about the prepositions and this, that. They don't care too much for it and by. They'll just go through. But the overall style of delivery of the sentence makes us think that they speak it well. So, in some manner, if you listen to watch Chinese television, English programs, you'll see them going at it. Senior guys analyzing war and peace and defense strategy, all not really making absolute sense when you listen carefully, but overall communicating pretty well. I think maybe that's what we should aim for. Forget about this super language skills and grammar. Just be able to...
I guess with Chinese, I think, if most of them are Chinese around them, they kind of understand what they're trying to say. I don't believe if I am there in that situation, I will be able to understand what they're trying to say. Especially if you don't communicate your thought right, I can totally misunderstand what he's trying to say. So it depends on the environment. Us being in an environment, maybe with people who speak Tamil around us, we can kind of decipher what they're trying to get at. But otherwise, I think we will be lost.
So if you have a mixed batch of vernacular speaking guys, that'd be an impossibility.
That's going to be trouble, because the guy in another language will understand it differently. The guy in Tamil will understand differently. The guy in Telugu who speaks Telugu will understand it differently. So there's a little bit of a issue there.
All right. The other interesting and important thing is, do we need to teach everything in English, or can we start teaching? So I'm going to ask him that when we come back. Can't we just change our system that children learn in the language that they're comfortable with and learn English as a language? That's it. Do that.